Team AP, welcome back to the channel, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button, and welcome to Team AP, man. Go grab what you need so we can tune into today's video, guys.
Revealed what Chud the Builder has been hiding. But before we get to what Umar Johnson just exposed and revealed today, let's do a quick recap because we got an update on the white supremacists who stormed Chud's bond hearing, made a scene, and got put in jail as well.
Crime, a controversial social media personality, remains behind bars for now. The judge in Chud the Builder's case is keeping his $1 million bond in place. Chud, whose real name is Dalton Etherly, is charged with
I know he pissed. All right, so those guys is catching up. Fucking Chud had a $1.25 million bond, right? Okay, we all know that. But so recently he went to ask for a reduction in the amount. The judge was like, basically like, all right, we're gonna reduce it to $1 million. No, you're not getting off this. You're not getting off this easy, buddy. You're not getting off this easy.
Attempted murder, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and employing a firearm during a dangerous felony. He was arrested last week for a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse, where the victim is recovering. Today, a judge locked in a more than $1 billion bond he'd previously set. But before court wrapped up, the judge said someone online offered to pay his bond. Those details are still being worked out this afternoon. And at one point during today's hearing, a man was asked to leave for reacting to video playing in the courtroom. While he was being escorted out, he made a comment about a, quote, two-tiered justice system. That's when the judge ordered him to be taken into custody.
He's now on Twitter crying as if he was the victim. I swear, all these dudes do is cry. They're perpetual victims. They're every stereotype they try to put on us. Now he's on X crying as if somebody did something wrong to him. As if he was not the one who went to them good folks' courtroom to act a fool to get some social media clout. Now he's dealing with the consequences, and now he can't take it. So he goes, update from Jake. I went to show support at Chud the Builder's $1.25 million bond hearing and was arrested and thrown in the maximum he could sentence me to of 10 days of solitary confinement by the judge.
Hey, this judge is not playing, is he, y'all?
Here's how it happened. I was sitting next to Chud's wonderful and soft-spoken fiance when she whispered, "I love you" to Chud, and was kicked out the courtroom.
I'm sorry, but don't you ain't gotta do all that with my fiance. What you trying to do? You trying to like come on, you ain't got, you can just say fiance, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got a wonderful, soft-spoken fiance, beautiful, gorgeous.
Moments later, I was nodding my head in agreement to a video of Chud during an interview when the bailiff demanded that I leave the courtroom as well. I stood up and calmly exited and said in a normal speaking tone, "This is a two-tier yeah, I bet." Okay, I bet, buddy, all right? I bet you was kicked out, right? You, Jake Lang, who literally went to Minnesota with a pig head to antagonize Muslims. You, the outrageous human being we know you to be, I'm sure you was getting kicked out and you said, two-tier justice system. Yeah, I'm sure that's how that went, okay?
This is two-tier justice system.
This is where he lost he confused a lot of people right here, okay?
No.
Because Jake Lang, we know, okay, Jake Lang, mom is Jewish, his dad is Jewish. There are pictures of Jake Lang as a kid where he's kissing the wall, right? Like he's wearing, like the Muslim. He's wearing the traditional Jewish cloths. But when Jake Lang became an extremist and a white supremacist online, he understands the white supremacists hate his kind more than they hate black people. So he began to denounce and disavow his Jewish heritage and pretend like it don't exist. But when he got sent to jail, I guess now he got some common sense because he's now saying that he's inside the Montgomery County jail at this moment, and he'd been starving for 2 days because they're refusing to give him a kosher diet. Kosher? Hold on, bruh. Hold on, man.
What's a kosher diet?
Again, I don't know much about a kosher diet, but ain't a kosher diet like the Jewish diet? He goes,
oh, let's look that up real quick because I'm confused. What's this kosher diet? Kosher diet follows a 3,000-year-old dietary laws of Judaism. Certain animals, no pork and no shellfish. Okay. Okay, so basically, okay.
I was also told by Sergeant Hawley today that my request for a kosher diet was denied.
Hold on, how the fuck is he on Twitter? If he locked up, how the fuck is he on Twitter? What the fuck?
Died, and that he would be put on suicide watch if I refuse to eat, which is basically naked torture in a cell alone for 10 days. They're also saying they're going to move me in with a roommate in solitary tonight, but would not give me any other details on who they will be putting me with. Oh, yes!
Hold on.
Yes!
Hey.
Yo, shout out to Sergeant Hawley, man. This is how you do it, man. Put Chud in a solitary confinement cell with a rolling 60 crib.
Ooh.
I want Chud to also share a cell with a black man. Oh, you. Ooh. Y'all are tough as hell when you guys is out in public antagonizing black people. Y'all is tough as hell when y'all are bringing pig heads to antagonize Muslims. Now y'all in prison and you can't share a cell with a black man? You can't share a cell with a Muslim? But I thought you tough, huh? So you only tough when there's the broadcast cameras and there's police
video
and it's broad daylight and there's cameras and there's citizens to help you from really getting what you deserve. Now you in prison and you want to know who they want you to share a cell with.
Right.
You think that's how prison works? You think they come to you and get your permission? Hey, Jake, would you mind sharing a cell with a person A? No. Sorry, Jake. Let's find somebody else. That's not how prison works, homie.
We got you.
And boy, you better pray. You better pray. They don't put you in a cell with a militant black man, Brett. That's your butt.
My God.
Now they continue and they said,
what you mean by that?
I showed up to Chud's hearing because I know what it's like to turn around in a courtroom where your life is on the line and see nobody but your mother and father. I wanted to make sure Chud did not go through the same pain I had to for 4 years and 6 days as a January 6th political prisoner. I stood up and said something because that's what righteous men do.
Man, he don't know you. He damn sure don't give a fuck about you. He don't know you. He's 9 times out of 10. Next time he sees you, he's probably not gonna remember you. What are you talking about?
It takes for evil. These dudes really believe in their heart. They really believe in their heart. They are the good guys. And if you think that's bad, the second update is worse. The second update is worse. This man is beyond effed.
How can
they came back with a second update, okay? And boy, he's cooked. They go, as I was on the phone with Jake yesterday, getting this message from him, he was yelling in his cell, begging to be fed and saying how hungry he was. Oh, poor Jake. Starve him some more. I disavow, right? That's not allowed on YouTube. He goes, seconds later, a supervisor who was black. Why is this a necessary detail? If you truly in your heart,
what the fuck,
don't believe that you are out here victimizing black people and you're out here being hateful, then you wouldn't even think that black people had a reason to hate you, right? Like you wouldn't even think twice that, the police officers.
What the fuck does a black supervisor have to? He's just there doing his job. He's just trying to do his job. What does the black supervisor being there have to do with anything? You're just that fucking. Come on now, he's out of it.
Or the supervisors were black because, black people would have no reason to hate you, right? You're not hateful, as you say, right? So he goes. Seconds later, a supervisor, black, and another man went into Jake's cell, said he's coming with them, put him in handcuffs, and took him away. I have now not heard from Jake for over 24 hours because they have taken away his phone privileges simply for begging for food. They have apparently called the jail, and the jail hasn't told them exactly where Jake is. Now, he was sent to jail for 10 days. It's been about, 2 days so far? No, maybe 3. He's still got about 7 days left, okay?
Hey, they better stop playing with Jake. He gonna get out and drop a FDO, a first day out.
Enjoy your time in jail. Now, whoever your cellmate is, I'm not advocating for violence. I would never violate YouTube guidelines like that,
Never.
I wish Jake safety. I wish the black man who is in the cell with Jake, I wish Jake leaves the cell in one piece, in whole, safe and sound. I wish Jake the best. Okay? I wish him the best, man. All right. Man, now, Dr. Umar Johnson did an interview with Art of the Dialogue, and Umar Johnson had a deep analysis of where he believes Chud came from, who he believes is funding Chud, and exactly why Chud is out here doing what he does. And I'll be real, this Umar Johnson theory isn't the first time I heard this theory, which is why there's some credibility to this, and I think we should all listen to this.
You heard about this one guy, his name is Chud the Builder, and he's going around antagonizing black people, calling them N-words, and you heard about this?
I've seen the clips of Chud the Builder. Most recently, Art, if I understand and if my memory is serving me correctly.
Why are you talking so hard?
He is being held after shooting someone multiple times outside of a courthouse.
Yeah.
The man he shot was a disabled black veteran.
Veteran with PTSD.
Shot him multiple times. The brother survived outside a courthouse. So they got the video surveillance, and he's being held on $1.25 million bail. $1.25 million bail. Attempted homicide is the charge. He does have an attorney. And to my knowledge, the public defender, Art, didn't want to defend him. Right. The public defender didn't want to defend him, and so he had to go and find someone. I'm going to tell you what I think, Art. I think this is an FBI psyops.
There's a couple aspects here.
What's that?
You could still be a part of the psyop without knowing you're a part of the psyop. Rap music, hip hop. These rappers were a part of the psyop and had no idea they were a part of the psyop, right? They were used by the FBI. They were used by the CIA to essentially destroy black culture. And how they did it? Well, they just made sure that the gangster music, the most degenerate music possible got pushed to the forefront. In terms of Chud went from being this relatively unknown weirdo, right, who would do some racist things on Twitter. Like nobody really knew who he was. Like Twitter was kind of like suppressing his reach. Then a switch happened within like a month. Chud clips was everywhere. Chud was on every broadcast. Chud was on every clip page. Right? Now you could attribute that to Kick.
Before all of this happened, I never, ever heard of Chud the Builder. It just so happened that when he had went to court, I think I seen the first clip of Chud the Builder whenever he tried to walk out of, when he got put out of the restaurant, okay? And then right after that clip, I seen a clip of him antagonizing some black guys, calling them chimps and all type of stuff. And they had got out the car and stuff like that. That's so crazy. Like,
and the Kick clipping program, maybe that's it. Or the powers that be say, you know what? We should probably push that content right there. That content right there divides and destroys all progress towards race relations in America. That content right there will have them fighting among themselves while Trump is stealing $2 billion to give to like insurrectionists. Let's go ahead and push this content some more. So Chud could be the psyop without him knowing he's a part of the psyop. Now, I knew something was up, to be honest, when the FBI, according to Chud, came and got him when he went to jail. They interviewed him for about 2 or 3 hours. And they asked him all type of questions. My thing is, why would the FBI take an interest in Chud, who's this, like, this, like, he's somewhat popular, I guess, but like he's not, right? He's not impactful. Like, he's not no type of, like, like revolutionary or activist or free thinker. Right. But the FBI came and sat down for 3 hours and asked Chud if he's a part of any type of extremist groups. Why would they be so focused on Chud?
Right.
So I don't think Umar Johnson is far-fetched at all.
I think this is an experiment by the U.S. government to see how black people will react to overtly violent white racists patrolling our communities. I think this is part of a larger experiment and social agenda that is preparing for a possible martial law or social unrest or civil war to come. Black people need to follow this Chud the Builder case. I'm wondering, Art, if he is a veteran. Do you know if he's a veteran or not? Because most of these crazies, quote unquote crazies, tend to be ex-military cutouts. Do you know if that's the case with him?
Nah, from what I know, he never been in the military.
Okay. Even if he's not, that don't mean he's not an MK Ultra, though. Most of the MK Ultra CIA psych op tests.
Please, somebody in the comments, if you know what this terminology is, what is it, MK Ultra? Inform me. I would like to learn.
Dummies are ex-military cutouts, but they don't have to be. But I'm having a hard time believing he's just doing this unless he's mentally ill, Art.
I don't even like when they try to give the mental health out.
Yeah.
No, because that mental health out can potentially have ramifications when he goes to court and they say, he's mentally ill. He's facing 60 years. Let's give him 2 years at a hospital. No. I'm not giving. No. He did everything in his right state of mind. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think, man? Y'all think?
Yeah. Nah. I'm not buying the mentally ill. I'm not giving them that pass. No, he knows exactly what he's doing, y'all. I feel like he do. I feel like he knows exactly what he's doing. Like, cause he's well aware of everything else. Okay, say he was mentally ill, right? He's well aware of everything else, right? But when it comes to that, he just all of a sudden loses his screws, right? No, I'm not buying it. I mean, comment down below. How do y'all feel about it? Y'all think he's mentally ill? I don't think he's mentally ill. I think that's just like a pass that they're trying to give him. I don't believe it. I don't know. Comment down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you turn on post notifications. And if you want to help a small creator like me, please send me a hype. It helps push my video onto the algorithm. I'll see y'all next time.
My God. AP Rob, what are you doing?